Ready to fill it up. Get back on camera either after it's done filling, or if I have trouble filling it, then I'll show you how I get it done. This tire is too flat on the sides. It's not going to touch the wheel on both sides at the same time, so I am going to have to blast air in it. I'm going to get my blast tank out. For you newer subs that haven't looked at my old videos, this is my blast tank. It's just a 10-gallon, just an air storage tank that you fill up someplace and carry it away and fill tires with it. It's actually about 30, I'm coming up on 60. This thing, I was still about 19 or 20 when I bought this. I've had this thing 40 years. One of the first tools that I bought when I started doing mechanic work. But it was only a few years ago when I started driving a truck. Well, 15 years ago, I guess. Maybe 18, I don't remember. I bought a piece of pipe, this piece right here, 1.5 inch. Cut it, not in half, but I cut this threaded end off of this end of it. So let's say I cut, 2 inches off. Cut a hole in the end of this end bell on this tank, welded that piece on there, and left the threaded part out here. Put this ball valve on it. Somebody in comments said something about gate valve one time. A gate valve has a handle that has to screw up and down, has to keep turning a long ways because it's got a door that closes down inside of a wedge area, and then you got to pull it back out the same way. Well, that would never work here. A ball valve does work, and I eventually wound up, I used it with this end round for a long time, but I finally flattened this out a little bit, and I don't know if it helped or not. But anyway, that's my blast tank. It still serves as a storage tank. I can put air in that, carry it across the street, and put air in the lawnmower or something over there, or whatever I got to do with it. Anyway, that's it, and I just have to crack this valve. Which way do I crack it? It's sticking. Looks like it's got to go that way, and looks like it needs oil. I better do that before I even fill it up. Got that valve working. It's closed right there. This is where I fill it up with regular shop air chuck, and this little valve here is closed, so I gotta turn that and open it so it'll go in there. Yeah, I can still use this end of it if I open this valve right here. No, it won't. I don't know. Yeah, okay, I see what I'm doing. Well, it's full. I close this valve right here and close this one. And should be ready to blast air. Maybe I'll wait till the compressor shuts down. Compressor's full. I'm going to go ahead and hang this on here and get this one ready to blast air in it. I'm definitely a big-time animal lover, but this, what I'm going to say now, is going to confuse somebody. I'd still like to see a cat walking by someday when I do that. I just put the valve core back in it, and it's going to sit there and fill up, and I don't have to watch it. I think I got the air 125 pounds or something like that, so that's all higher it's going to go up to. The back duals, I like to put about 110 in there. when I'm just filling them up. If they go 115, that's fine, because all tires will leak very, very slowly. Eventually, in time, they all leak a little bit. The steer tires, I want 120. The back ones, I want 110. So anything close to that, I'm all right with. I'm going to show how I pick these tires up and put them on in case somebody doesn't know. First, we'll put this valve cap back on here. We got about 112 pounds in there. I just put my tire tool or anything like that over here under it. Roll the thing up on it, pick it up. Well, we'll make a wire out of it. Just put it in there far enough. And just rotate it to where it's easier when you got a parking brake that's set, because this won't turn. The front axle or the steer axle, this will turn, and you can't line it. It's harder to line up your studs. And I use my knee to hold the bottom in while I push it in there. Got to get set all the way up in there, because this one is one they call a hub piloting. That means it doesn't have little cone-shaped nuts that center it. It centers on the hub itself, as long as the hub isn't rotted out and loose. This truck's 20 years old and has 1.5 million miles. And it still has not had the hubs replaced, so I don't think hubs getting loose is really an issue. Now, I've only got 2 holes. I hope the camera's seeing that. Where this valve stem is, I got 1 hole there and I got another one across from it. So I got to make sure those holes line up with the other holes on the other wheel so that I can get to the valve stem on it. Valve stem is straight up on the top over here. So we got to have the other valve stem straight down to the bottom. And we're close. We're close. That way I can reach through the top hole to put air in the other one. I've already sprayed these studs with WD-40. You don't have to, but I like to. Some people want to put anti-seize on them. Well, I don't know if that's good or bad. Some people say it's bad. Some people say it doesn't matter. Anti-seize is a lubricant, and if it's at all possible for one of those studs to get a little bit loose, that lubricant will help the nut walk off of there. I just want the lubricant enough to get the studs or the nuts on there nice and tight with a lubricant that's going to dry. And WD-40 will dry and leave no residue, and the nuts will go on nice and tight and they won't loosen up. Now, most truck shops use a 1-inch drive air impact. I've got one, but I never put nuts on with it. I only take them off when this one won't do it. Because if this one won't do it, they're already on 3 times tighter than they're supposed to be. And I don't hammer it down until it stops turning. I just give it a couple of seconds after it seats. And then I make one more circle. Okay, both of those are seated across from each other. Now I'm just going to go 2 across from each other. And then I'm going to go to my right, go two across from each other, and then my right one more, keep doing that all the way around. Okay, that's done with that. Thanks for watching.